South Florida, June 18th. We're here in the beginning of BBW WW3. Fat bitches and nukes, end of the world. This is what it is. So we're gonna smoke our best shit. This was given me as a gift yesterday. I gotta say, this is the best looking bit. Almost like it looks like a king, a card game. If you're playing poker or something like that. The level of work, intricacy, and embossing. That is the best Perdomo band, I gotta admit. And with the slight white and red, with the black and gold like that, let me tell you something. What gotta give it to them. That's their best band. They upped their game with their 30th, and you know how much I love the 30th Sungrown. I really enjoyed the Connecticut. Still enjoyed the Maduro, but the Maduro was my least favorite of the three. This is such a full pack cigar. Supposedly it's 10-year tobacco. I don't know if it's 10-year tobacco across the board or wrapper binder filler. The Maduro is going to be tweaked in the sense that the red one, which is normally like their sun-grown, it's not a sun-grown this time. Basically, it's a shade-grown. But that's the whole point. That's the new part of this blend. Besides 10-year tobacco, this blend is using a hybrid Cuban seed that and Cameroon seed for a wrapper. So how would you do that? I don't know, but would you have to take Cameroon seed and then grow it in Nicaragua, and then you'd have a Nicaraguan Cameroon hybrid cigar, and then take the seeds? Fuck. How are we doing this? Or did they take, or did they take Cuban seed? All right, let me rethink that. Did they take Cuban seed that was grown in Cameroon, Africa, and then you would have a Cameroon, then you would have, then you would have a Cuban seed grown in Cameroon, Africa, and then take those seeds from those plants and then grow it in, obviously, in Nicaragua, and then shade growing it. I don't know. Once we start playing genetics here, I don't know exactly how they're doing that. And I can't. All I know is it's a hybrid between Cuban seed in the sense and Cameroon. But is it a true? What I'm saying is it a 100% Cuban seed or Cuban seed that has been grown in Nicaragua, and then from there? The point is, how are we getting the Cameroon involved? Are they taking the Cameroon seed and then growing that in Nicaragua, and then it's a Cameroon Nicaraguan? But then, listen, at the end of the day, anyways, that's with the red one. With the blue one, they're using that same wrapper. That tobacco's in here, but it's going to be used as a binder. The rest of it's going to be Nicaraguan with the Nicaraguan hardy-looking wrapper. The quality on this cigar, and these are going for $13, $14 MSRP. Gotta say, Perdomo in 2025, man, they're putting out some really great cigars, really great band, and I have high hopes. This was given to me as a gift. I gave a guy at a cigar shop that I know in Delray Beach, Cohiba, yesterday, and then he pulled out this as pocket, and he works at a shop, a different shop, and he said, "Hey, these just came in, man. Why don't you try it?" And so these just came out, and I'll be excited to put this out there. So anyways, I'm sorry and I got some fresh mango. We got some mangoes, they fall off the trees over here. And so I'm chilling out here with some agua and ice, and I got some fresh mango. And that's literally just picked off the tree yesterday. So anyways, I know nothing about this blend really. Never had either of the versions. Obviously, I'd like to try the red one, the truest intent. That's going to be a first time for Perdomo, where the moment they make three-way blends, it's like, oh yeah, Connecticut shade, sun-grown, and Maduro. There you go. And in a way, they did it with this one. But what they said, what made it, the whole point of this is really the red one, which would be that shade-grown Cuban seed, Cameroon seed hybrid. And that was the main one in a sense. And obviously the other two were either using it as a binder. So I got to give it to them. At least it's At least that's the main one, and the other two are kind of an offshoot of that. So we'll find out which is the best one if I can get the other two while I'm down here for the next 2 days. Anyways, hope you're doing well. I am enjoying my father's backyard here in South Florida. The mangoes were over there, and the neighbor came out with a stick and was pulling down mangoes. He said, "Yeah, get a bag, get some mangoes." All right, he's like retired cop from New York City, but all tan, South Florida style. But he still get the New York. He's like, "Yeah, well, we're taking down some mangoes. We got some mangoes. There's mangoes. You get some mangoes. You want some mangoes? Got some mangoes? Yeah, no problem. I got like 2 fucking bags. Keep it. Take some more mangoes. Take some more mangoes." Got like 48 fucking mangoes. Let's smoke this. I gotta admit, we're off to a great start. We got a perfect burn, perfect draw, as I expect with Perdomo. And this is just a beautiful band. The 30th was, I don't know, from this to I had to see them side by side, but I love the 30th band. That was their best band, and this is definitely on par. Maybe a little better, but I don't know, definitely it's on par. I like the spread of this. It looks really nice. How's this cigar? Well, it's a nice medium full, and it's very milk chocolatey. Very nice. Not super sweet milk chocolate, but a nice amount of sweetness. So it's nice. There's a nice amount of charred wood. This did go, I think, through 14 months of barrel aging, and I don't know if it was the wrapper or the binder. I can't answer that question. And I think these do come in a few sizes. Oh, what size was this? I think this was the Toro. Definitely a medium full. 75% darkness. Finish is building up. We'll get to that. But charred wood, milk chocolate, some black pepper spice. It has a very clean taste to it, though. I like this Maduro better than the 30th Maduro. Perdomos, I like their sun-growns the best. So for me to really enjoy the Maduro of this version, that says something. And like I said, the next we'll try to get the red version next and see how that goes. Draw is fantastic. I'm having a great time with this. In some ways, when I first started, I kind of closed my eyes and just smoking a cigar. No Diddy. Peace be upon Diddy. WW3 Diddy. It reminded me kind of a little bit on the same level as Liga Number 9. And I'm not saying this replaces Liga Number 9, but a cigar in that caliber. This is top shelf. And for $14 MSRP, bro. Perdomo with the 30th and now with the Legacy. Look, whatever one you want to have or don't have. I'm just saying as a brand, they're not going down. Perdomo is going up as far as just making better stuff. And I'm just revving their game up. And their prices aren't going up that much, really. So I got to give it to them that this Legacy is solid. It's delicious. Charred woods, charred. Damn it, Jeremy was just texting me in the private chat. Jeremy, go fuck yourself, man. He's asking me how is it. I'm trying to review it, Jeremy. You should know this. Charred wood is picking up. Charred wood flavor is getting longer. Real barrel taste, very nice. Smokiness to it. Charred wood sweetness, chocolatey, milk chocolatey. Definitely not a dark chocolatey, and not like a super sweet chocolatey, but a good amount. The blend is whole, meaning this blend can stand on its own for what it's doing, for what it's representing. I'm gonna drop the ash because I don't want to grow it right now. It is windy, so let's just drop that. It's not necessary, but I'm doing it. Let's see the flavor shift with the less ash. Yeah, I definitely like it better without much ash on it. A semi-potent, beautiful, luxurious Maduro cigar with the right amount of sweetness. I'm gonna come back. Then I got nothing better to say about this. Anyone could enjoy this. It's not super strong, and it's not that expensive for a luxury. This is a luxury cigar. The packaging, the banding, the construction, the quality of the wrapper, how smooth it is. I can't say nothing bad about it. Perdomo is really... There's been a big separation now from Perdomo and Rocky Patel. I got to give Perdomo. Perdomo's always been reliable, you know, and good representation, availability, and construction. But I just wasn't always crazy about a lot of their blends. It just didn't hit me right. And I know they hit other people right, and God bless. That's really nice. Well, it's fantastic. We're really on track for a 4.75, which is a high, amazing cigar, right below God. Like, this is a fantastic cigar. Not only the packaging, not only the draw, not only the burn, the operation cigar, the finish is fantastic. The flavor is comfortable, but it's unique enough to the blend. It's not just the notes itself, but the way it's hitting. It's doing their own way, their own style, but it has flavor that if you like the Añejo, or you like the Liga Number 9, you can enjoy this. I'm not saying better or really, you know, a lot worse in a sense. I mean, but you got to give it to Perdomo for just getting up there with the, you know, the high-end cigars that are world respected. And to me, this would be their most respected Maduro. This is a Maduro that can hang out with Liga and the Añejo. I'm not going to say, you know, don't buy the other one at all. I'm just saying this is a very, very high-end, respectable Maduro cigar. Now, I'm really interested in trying the True Intent, which is the red band, which is using the wrapper. Using the binder on this as the wrapper, which is shade-grown, cheesecloth-grown in Nicaragua. They apparently, I watched the video, they made their own valley lower than their farm to protect from the wind and to make they may make it darker sun-grown in a sense in Nicaragua, so that it's going to be a Cuban seed, a Cameroon seed hybrid cross that is grown in Nicaragua. So therefore, the mother of that tobacco, of this binder and the wrapper, the original, is going to be still going to be a Nicaraguan-grown wrapper, but it's going to be a cross between Cameroon and Cuban seed, and then grown in Nicaragua. So it's really going to be like a trifecta. This has been fantastic. I'm about to remove the band. Still medium full, really rich charred wood. A nice comfortable amount of black pepper. It's not extremely spicy. Very smooth. Buttery smooth, almost oily. Nice milk chocolatey. But the charred wood with the chocolate and the black pepper is really, you know, the standout parts. And there's some syrupy sweetness in the back end. It's just really enjoyable. I'm going to get rid of this band and we'll come back in the last serve. But at the end of the day, this is a really, really great high end for Perdomo, and it's getting there with the big boys. So, you know, hey, I'm really looking forward to trying the original Intent, which I'll try to find that one tonight. We're here in the last third at my pop's new villa here in South Florida. Fantastic. Dude, I always respected Perdomo's quality control along the way. There's been some I enjoyed, like the 12-year bourbon, and sometimes I enjoyed the 20th. I didn't always enjoy the 20th. The 30th I enjoyed. The Legacy I'm enjoying. This is a 4.75 on the Maduro. This is their best Maduro. I just called the shop in Boynton Beach, which is like a half a mile from me, and they got all three in. So I'm going to pick up today the Ecuadorian Connecticut, which will be the same blend as this, just Ecuadorian Connecticut binder, wrapper, I'm sorry. But they have the True Intent, which is the Ecuadorian Connecticut and the Maduro have the binder, that's the same, but on the True one, it's using that as a wrapper. It's a Cameroon hybrid with a Cuban seed grown in Nicaragua. So anyways, I really want to try the original Intent. This nice breeze, I'll tell you what, it's fantastic. It's warm out. It's about 80 degrees, give or take. But definitely short weather. So anyways, the 4.75. Perdomo is on a roll. This band, although it's a double band, really has one that saves some cost and really helps you on banding it. That is just a tremendous band. I mean, the detail on that. I know Jeremy really cares about that. Detail on that is fantastic. So definitely try one out. It's going to be limited to only 100 stores. So put it this way, generally speaking, if your store has it, they're probably going to have it. Apparently they're not releasing it to all the shops that carry Perdomo, only the ones that sell the most Perdomo. So anyways, the newest Perdomo, Legacy, in the Maduro, yeah, that's a winner. If you like the Liga, if you like the VSG, if you like the Anejo, it's in that kind of category. It's 75% darkness, it's medium full, it's got a long heavy finish, the charred wood, the syrupy sweetness with the nice milk chocolate without being super chocolatey, and black pepper spice. It wasn't like this crazy super complex blend, but the notes it has and the way it pushed it was classy, and it was very nice. It would be interesting to try this in maybe Robusto, but I think on their higher end stuff with Perdomo, I think they kind of keep the same for the most part. Unless you go to Gordo, I think they're kind of keeping around a 54 gauge. So I don't know if we're going to find that. So anyways,